Hello everyone, welcome to Fynd Academy. I am Kevin Karya. Today we're going to be solving valid anagram on LeetCode in Python. So the approach for this video is we're going to be first understanding this entire question. We're going to be reading through it, and then I'm going to be explaining the entire approach of, we're going to be visualizing it by drawing it, and then we're going to be coding it. At the end, I have a bonus method for you, so it's a very hacky way. I mean, it's not wrong, but it doesn't really actually use the concepts of DSA. You can obviously check with your interviewer by, pitching that solution once. But obviously the proper approach to solving this, we're going to be having a discussion on it right now. So let's start. Given two strings s and t, return true if t is an anagram of s and false otherwise. Now what is an anagram? An anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase using all the original letters exactly once. So basically, as we can see in the example, the requirements for two separate strings to be anagrams of one another is that they should be having, first of all, the same characters. So A, B, C, D, right? They should be having the same characters, and they should these number of characters should be in the same amount. So if A occurs thrice, B occurs twice, C occurs once, and D occurs 4 times, in T as well the same structure should be followed. Only in that case would S and T be called anagrams of one another, right? So the first thing that we can do is we can just assume that if S and T are anagrams of each other, the first thing would be that the length of S would be equals to length of T, right? Uh, Otherwise it doesn't make sense. So what we can do is, if while starting the approach, if length of S is not equals to length of T, then we'll automatically return false. That's the first step of checking it, right? So this will be our first thing while we're coding it. So first we checked if the length of the two strings are equal, right? If they are, now still it might be the case that, let's say I have A, B and C, right? A occurs thrice, B occurs twice, C occurs once. So we have a total of 6 characters. Now this is string S. String T might also have just A, B, C, but it could have 1, 2 and 3. This, if we just check for lengths, this will, not this will return true over here, but it's not actually an anagram. So in this case what we will be doing is that we will be using hash sets. So S, or hash sets, or hash tables, actually hash maps would be the correct word for it. So we'll just be creating a table for S and T, and what we'll be doing is we'll be putting the characters over here. So A, B, C, again A, B, C, and we'll just process this string to store the counts of each character. So let's just take the example given over here for anagram, right? So we have, let me just erase this, let's get rid of this and let's create it properly. So might as well remove this, right? So for string S we have A, N, G, R, M, right? So A, N, G, R, M, right? So we have 5 unique characters, and A appears 3 times, N appears once, G appears once, R appears once, M appears once. So 3, 4 and 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And for T as well, if you see, we have N, A, G, R, M, right? N appears once, A appears 1, 2, 3 times, G appears once, R appears once, M appears once. So again, if you see, these are all pretty much the same. These are anagrams, these are valid anagrams. However, for car and rat, you can see that we have C over here and T over here, and hence they are not anagrams, and hence the output is false. So we're going to be creating hash sets, and then once we have created a hash set for this and for this, after creating the hash set, we're going to be comparing them. So let's start with the coding. So as I said initially, we will be having an if condition to check the length. So if length of S is not equals to length of T, we have to return false, right? So if the basic condition being the length of S and T being the same, right? if we return false, if we check for the condition and if they are not same, we have to automatically return false. Now in case they are the same length, now we have to start with the hash map technique. So let's just create two empty dictionaries, hash underscore s, which will be an empty dictionary, and hash underscore t, which will also be an empty dictionary, right? And we can write some comments over here because it is a good coding practice. Checking if length of strings are equal, and over here we're going to be creating the, or initializing would be a better term, initializing the hash maps for each string. And now we have to populate these hash maps. So populating the hash maps. So as I explained before, hash map is a dictionary in Python. So we'll be having a bunch of keys which will be these characters, and the value for each key would be the number of times that character has appeared in the string. So I'll just write the code for you over here, how it will work. First of all, we need to populate, so we have to iterate through each and every character in the string. So let's go with a for loop for I in length of s, and it has to be a range of length of s, right? And so now we have a length of 7 for this given example, right? So now we will be iterating 7 times. Now in hash of s, we need to fetch the value for the key, and the key will be the character. So right now, as we are populating it, we are going to first fetch the value for a, and we're going to add 1 to it because a appeared once, right? So hash of s, and then s of I is equals to, and now we have to add 1 to the existing value. How will we get the existing value? We'll be using the get function. So hash of s dot get s of I and 0. Now get functions, basically they fetch the value for a given input key, and in case if that key doesn't exist, it returns 0. So in the initial case, because right now the entire hash map is empty, we'll be getting 0, and then 1 would be added to it, and then hash of s of a will be equals to 1. Right now it's 0. We'll be following the same process for hash of t. So let's just replace s with t, and now we have our hash maps generated. Now basically, as I said before, we have to just check if these hash maps are equal. So checking if the hash maps are equal, right? So it's basically if hash of s equals to hash of t, then return true, or else return false. And let's run this. Yeah, and we can see it's accepted. Let's submit it, and there we have it. We are accepted, right? And we have got a good complexity. Now for the part that some of you might be waiting for, it's the hacky method, right? So let me just comment this out for you, and let's copy this, let's paste it again, and let's write hacky method over here. So in Python there's this function called sorted, which basically sorts your strings and your lists. So if I just write sorted of s, and if I go with here as return sorted of s, and we do an equality check for sorted of t, we should also be good to go. Now how this basically works is that if I take the string s over here, and if I sort it in an alphabetically increasing way, it will be a g m n r, right? And if I sort t again, it will be the same thing because they are anagrams. So similarly, we can just sort them up, and we can put an equality check on them, and if it returns true, we have anagram with us, and if not, if these aren't equal, it will automatically return false. And let's run this code, and what we can find is, we got these test cases are accepted, and let's submit it, and there we have it, we are accepted again. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kevin Karya. You can check out my website in the description below. If you like this video, give us a like and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for more such updates. Thank you.